I love my parents, but I know someday they will be hospitalized and most likely die. How do I prepare for this?
Hi everyone, welcome to Takeaways with Josh, where we share our biggest takeaways in life, finance, and career. No? And in this episode, kasama ko pa rin ang aking napakagandang asawa, si Mrs. Marnie Mendoza Valdez.
Buong buo. Ayan, hello guys. Marnie ulit here. Ayan, so for today, mayroon ulit tayong question
Nasasagutin.
na nakita natin sa social media. I love my parents, but I know someday they will be hospitalized and most likely die. How do I prepare for this? Yan, di ba? Short but complicated.
Yung itong nag-post nito talagang futuristic.
Feeling ko siya, breadwinner to. Tsaka sa kanya naka-asa yung parents most likely.
Yep. Tsaka sabi niya,
Ito, sige,
I
basahin
know
natin.
someday they will be hospitalized. That is actually, hindi naman 100% na ganun yung mangyayari, no? Pero sa statistics natin, for those who do not know, mga 80 to 90% na ang cause of death in the Philippines is due to critical illness. So, yun yung iniisip niya
Or kahit
right now.
hospitalizations, especially when you're getting older, the older we get, the higher the risk of getting sick, diba? So, it can be critical, it can be simple lang, pero sometimes, as we get older, yung visit to the hospital
Mas dumadalas.
become more frequent. Ayan. So, sige, basahin natin para mas may context tayo. Maraming nababaon sa utang dahil sa gastos sa ospital ng parents nila. Just for context, so ito yung case niya. I have an insurance pero VUL lang. Parents ay walang insurance in any sort. Parents have no retirement fund and no savings. Parents are both 55 plus years old. I'm earning 70,000 net monthly. Take home na to. Ito na savings ko per month. I have decent amount of savings naman, around 1.5 million, pero ikakasal na ako this year. Budget for kasal is 500,000. Wala akong HMO, working remotely sa isang foreign firm. After kasal, I will have roughly 1 million savings/emergency fund. Pero alam ko kulang pa yon if na-hospitalize sila. Ano yung mga ways para ma-avoid or para ma-prepare ko yung finances ko sa moment na mangyari yon? Ganda ng question niya, no? Tsaka, I think madaming makaka-relate din sa situation nito. Nasa sandwich generation siya. No?
Yep. Ano raw yung sandwich generation?
Sandwich generation is basically you're supporting two generations. Na sandwich ka between two generations. Your parents, at the same time, your future family. So, kasi yung parents natin, well, of course, di naman natin sila masisisi kung hindi din sila ganun ka-financially literate. Kasi ngayon lang naman sa Philippines, mas nagkakaroon ng push for financial literacy Before naman talaga, halos wala. So, as we're trying to build our own life, pero yun nga yung nagiging problem with our parents. So, tayo yung nagkakaroon ng responsibility to support them financially. At the same time, yung case niya, magpapakasal siya. He or she is building their own family, di ba? So, they are also supporting their future family, and if ever they're planning to have kids, di ba? So, support din nila yun.
So, mangyayari.
So, two generations naka-sandwich ka sa gitna. That's why it's called sandwich generation.
Yep. So, you are providing for your parents, no? And also providing for your family.
Yes.
Para sa future.
Although, to start with din naman, no, kudos sa kanya kasi una, mataas na yung net niya. Somehow, di ba? So, usually kasi 70,000, no?
Grabe, ang laki na. Anong trabaho niyan?
Malaki na yun. At saka nakapag-save siya, 1.5 million. And then, ikakasal siya. Diba? Ayun. So, kudos to that. Tsaka, ang isa pa na gusto kong i-commend siya is yung love niya for their parents. Kasi, yung pagkaka-ask niya is, I know someday they will be hospitalized, most likely die. How do I prepare for this? Diba? Hindi siya, how do I run from this? So, in-expect niya talaga na siya din yung isa sa mga mag-shoulder nun, lalo na kung siya ay only child. Diba? So, that shows love sa parents kasi not all kids are like that. Diba?
Mhm.
So, not all children are like that. Talagang yung sa, well, kasi iba-iba din naman kasi yung circumstances natin with our family members, diba?
Mhm.
So, pero, ayun, that's one thing na I want to appreciate dito kay ating nagsulat ng story.
Mhm. Yep.
Ayan.
Tsaka maganda dito kasi marami ako
Nag-a-ask.
nakakausap na they are actually, they know na that's a possibility but they don't think about it talaga. No? So, parang, ano bang tawag dun? Binabrush off nila yung idea na yun. No? Which is, we understand kasi
Siyempre, stress ka, di ba? Kasi sa'yo yun eh. Tsaka mapepending yung buhay mo pag inisip mo lang ng yun lang.
Mhm. Yep.
Di ba?
But isa sa nagko-comment ko yung letter sender. Hindi pa letter sender to, no? Yung nagsulat na ito, yung nag-post na ito is talagang just being real lang talaga sa ano ba yung what's really happening right now.
Yeah. Madaming ganito ngayon. As in. Diba?
Sobra.
Yan. Sige. So, ang question niya is, ano yung mga ways para ma-avoid or para ma-prepare ko yung finances ko sa moment na mangyari yon?
That's a very good question, no? Very intelligent question kasi maraming alam nila na may problem pero karamihan tinatakbuhan. Pero this one is a question na, oy, ito yung problem, ano kaya yung pwede kong gawin? So, yun.
So, sige, sagutin na natin, no? So, ano pwede nga gawin?
Ang pwede mong gawin is,
Ako na muna.
before mo pala sabihin kung anong pwede niyang gawin is, kudos lang kasi meron na pala siyang VUL. So, big sabihin, nag-i-invest na siya, may insurance siyang sarili niya.
Financially, nagre-ready talaga siya. At saka nagsisave siya.
Okay, so may VUL, insurance with investment yun. Kung ikaw yung kumuha, insured ka in case mawala ka sa equation, will be taken out the picture. Tinawag tayo ni Lord ng kung anumang oras, no? Yung money or yung insurance is makukuha ng family natin. So, but that's the case sa kanya, no? If siya yung mawala, makukuha ng family niya yung insurance. But if mawala yung other member ng family, no, na walang insurance,
Wala siya makukuha.
wala siyang makukuha doon.
Yes.
If siya yung magpo-provide sa hospitalization or in case of death, sino ngayon yung magpo-provide sa family if nawala yung parents, for example, sino ngayon yung magpo-provide sa family? And that is actually the problem na gap, na yung gap na kailangan nating solusyonan.
Ayan, sige, sagutin natin yung tanong. So, again, ano nga yung mga ways para ma-avoid niya, makapag-prepare siya, ma-prepare niya yung finances niya, no? So, ang isa dyan is spend on something na maliit lang. Choose to spend on something na maliit lang. Yung, kumbaga, papatakan niya per month. Versus kapag nangyari yung hospitalization or yung death na sobrang laki.
What do you mean about
so,
that?
ibig sabihin nun, actually, isa is, bata pa yung parents niya. We have a lot of options. Minsan lang talaga yung iba hindi lang aware kasi hindi naman siya wildly dinidiscuss, diba, most of the time. Yung isa kasi napansin ko dito, parents are both 55 years old. The good thing is, they are still insurable. Diba? So, pwede pa silang kumuha ng, if that's life insurance, pwede. Diba? If that medical insurance, okay din yun. Yan, so, yan, madaming hindi aware about medical insurance, diba? So, most of the time, ito yung mga nire-recommend namin kapag mga nasa 50 and above na mga malapit na ding mag-senior. So, meron pa ding plans for mga senior age na. Diba? So, like, medical insurance which covers confinement in case of confinement ng kahit anong sakit. Diba? Which is actually yun yung magastos, diba? And, again, yun yung we set aside a little part of our money so that we can cover that sad event, sickness, accident, or death doon sa ating mga loved ones na would entail us to shell out big amount of money. So, pwedeng 500,000, 500,000 to 1 million. Diba? Kasi reality is, pag wala tayong mga ganon, magkasakit lang yung parents natin, di natin alam kung ano yung maging reason, diba? Yung 1.5 million, o 1 million na lang, kasi meron pang, kasi magpapakasal pa siya eh. Yung 1 million na yon, it can be wiped out ng wala pang 1 month, depende kung anong nangyari, diba? Especially kapag malalang sakit. So, yun yung mga options, insurance, either life insurance, medical insurance. Yun. In case of death, in case of hospitalization. Yeah. Ikaw, ano pa sasuggest mo?
Actually, since younger pa din naman sila, younger generation of parents, other option mo dyan is HMO. No? So, HMO is Health Maintenance Organization.
For prevention.
For prevention. More of check-ups, lab tests, and meron ding coverage for hospital admission. Though the coverage is up until 60 years old, 65 years old. So, limited lang talaga siya kapag mga personal plans. At the same time, yung coverage niya, kapag individual plans hanggang 200,000 or kung nasa corporate ka, though which is
nasa saan siya eh.
Freelance ata siya eh.
He or she works remotely.
Okay, so ibig sabihin, kung individual plan, hanggang 200,000 to 300,000 lang yung kayang i-cover ng HMO. So, para lang sa kaalaman ng mga nanonood, the average cost of critical illnesses right now in the Philippines is around 2 million pesos. And it's increasing. In fact, this year, 2023, is nag-increase na ulit sila ng cost ng mga insurances eh.
Diba? Tsaka even insurances, nag-increase sila ng coverage. Kasi yung before, for example, possible 500,000 lang yung kino-cover before yung insurance, ganyan. Pero ngayon yung minimum na nila, 1 million because of the rising cost nga sa medical bills. Yeah. So, another option din naman when it comes to HMO, for 50 years old and above, 60 years old and above, you can explore prepaid cards. HMO na prepaid. Diba? So, pwede din yun. Especially if in the Manila area.
So, ano raw meron sa prepaid cards?
Yun, sa prepaid cards, kasi depende yun eh. Some covers labs, diagnostics, check-ups. Yung iba naman, hospitalization lang or kaya emergency cases.
So, kumbaga, HMO siya pero specific lang siya kung check-up. Check-up, lab test lang. Yung iba, emergencies lang. So, in terms of HMO, divided siya into two. We have the comprehensive or the full HMO coverage. The other one is yung mga prepaid cards lang. So, card lang siya na
para siyang bumili ng SIM card.
Parang bumili ng SIM card.
Tapos, yun lang yung kino-cover niya. Very specific. Labs or checkups or confinement or emergency cases. So, yun. So, yun yung mga options.
Yun yung actually pinakamura na pwede nilang i-explore for check-ups or emergencies.
Mga prepaid.
Prepaid.
Yes. Anong pwede pang magawa to avoid this instance is memorial plans. So, very helpful din nun. So, in case of death. Yan. Kasi, ang funeral cost, may inflation din dyan. Yan. So, hindi nagmumura ang death in the Philippines. Alam mo yun, magastos na sa ospital, tapos magkakaroon pa ng death, another gastos pa yun kapag walang memorial plan. Kasi that is times 3 kapag at need mo siya kinuha. At the moment na kailangan mo na siya, sobrang mas mahal siya. Hindi lang siya double.
Mga magkano?
Pero triple siya. Maliit na yung 100,000 kapag at need. Pero kapag pre-need, 'di ba? Mas mura siya. Yun, mas so, mura siya in total. Parang kumbaga nakasave ka ng more than 50% kung binili mo siya way before you need it. Yeah.
So when you have memorial plans, no, you'll be paying it staggered, no, monthly, semi-annual, quarterly, no, and then for 5 years usually yan. And then pag kinailangan, no, meron kang guaranteed na service, memorial service na usually cost around 200,000 to 300,000. By the way, ibig sabihin, if in case of death, kailangan natin maglabas ng ganun kalaking pera agad-agad kasi hindi naman maghihintay yung remains, no?
Yeah.
Kailangan i-process. So that's one thing na if you want to prevent losing a lot of money, have a memorial plan.
Okay, so in terms of what we can have for our parents, again, so HMO for prevention, medical insurance just in case
Hospitalization. Oh, by the
yung
way, for
nangyari
the
confinement.
medical insurance, ang difference niya sa HMO is ang coverage niya talaga hospitalization. Kasi ang HMO, usually hanggang 200,000 lang yung coverage niyan. Tapos 65 years old ka lang covered. Sa medical insurance is hanggang 1 million to 100 million, no? 1 million to 100 million basta ma-admit ka sa hospital. Kung gaano kalaki yung bill mo, i-cover na nun. Kasi sa HMO, hindi niya mako-cover lahat, hanggang 200,000 lang. At the same time, ang medical insurance is nagko-cover siya hanggang 100 years old. So that is one advantage na pwede mong i-consider. So HMO for prevention, medical insurance for hospitalization.
And then, kung kaya pa, depende sa priority, life insurance. Yun pa yung another option. And yung fourth is memorial plans.
Yep.
Yan, for the parents. So, yun yung 4 na pwede. Diba? Kasi they're still young. Actually, they can still, kung 55 lang sila and they're healthy, they can still get a health insurance for critical illnesses also. So, just go for ano yung magko-cover ng, hindi naman kailangan sabay-sabay, pero cover first yung pinaka magastos if ever mangyari. Which is hospitalization.
Oo, kasi may mga nagtatanong sa atin, ang dami palang kailangan paghandaan.
Daming
HMO,
options.
medical insurance, life insurance, health insurance. Anong dapat kung limited lang yung budget ko, ano yung dapat kong i-prioritize, no? So, I always ask them, no? Or ikaw, mismo tanongin mo yung sarili mo, is ano ba yung money na kaya mong ilabas agad-agad kapag nagkaroon ng mild, kailangan mong magpa-check up, no? Kaya mo ba maglabas agad ng 800 pesos or 1,000 pesos? Or kapag critical illness na yung diagnosis, heart attack, stroke, or cancer, kaya mo ba maglabas ng kalahating milyon, 1 milyon, 2 milyon agad-agad? Ngayon, kung ano yung sasabihin mo na mas mahirap, yun yung kailangan mong paghandaan ka agad. Ibig sabihin, you will put small amount of money. So sabihin na natin na 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 pesos per month. In return na meron kang peace of mind na in case ma-admit ako sa hospital or magkasakit ako or magkasakit sila, no, yung parents natin, guaranteed na may big amount of money.
Yeah.
Na makukuha. Hindi mauubos yung savings mo pampakasal, savings mo pambahay, and any
Future family.
pang future family mo. No, so that is one thing na you can consider. So basically, kung ano yung mas sa tingin mo kailangan mo ng tulong.
Yes, yun yung unahin natin. Yeah, very practical.
So, yun. Ano pa ba?
Ako, meron pa ako isa eh. Kasi napansin ko dito, sabi niya, after kasal, I will have roughly 1 million savings / emergency fund. Yan. So, yun yung isang napansin ko, savings / emergency fund. Another practical thing is separate your savings from your emergency fund. Dapat yung emergency fund nakahiwalay siya. Yung emergency fund natin, hindi equivalent yan sa kung how much yung lahat ng savings natin. Because kapag ganun yung case, if an emergency happens, ubos yun. Walang matitira, walang pang travel, walang anything, etc. So, yun, ihiwalay natin yung emergency fund natin. And at the same time, kung meron na tayong, ang emergency fund kasi recommended dyan 3 to 6 months of our monthly income. Diba? Pero kung meron tayo, we anticipate na meron nang nagre-rely sa atin, for example, our parents, diba? Dagdagan natin. Paunti-unti. Yan. Basta nag-i-increase siya. 9 months, 1 year. Kasi just in case of emergency na magastos talaga. For example, kung para sa parents. And then separate also have a separate account for your savings. Yan, especially for your future family. So, if ito yung case nyo, you're planning to have kids 1 year, 2 years from now, after ikasal, ganyan. So, i-separate na yung savings for that para in case of emergency, hindi siya magalaw.
Yep, so very practical, no? So, very important yung emergency fund kasi ito yung cash na kakailanganin mo in case of emergency kasi hindi mo naman agad-agad magagamit yung, for example, if you have a health insurance, hindi mo kaagad makukuha yung mga yon, no? Kailangan mo ng cash na liquid, ibig sabihin madaling ma-withdraw in case of emergencies. So, yep, that's it, I think.
Ano pa pala? Especially kung seniors or malapit mag-senior, kahit wala pa pala, maintain the Philhealth.
Yep.
of their parents, 'di ba? Of your parents.
Yes. Especially
Yan.
kung i-applyan nyo sila ng HMO.
Mm.
Madalas, before deductan yung HMO, Philhealth part muna.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So, ibig sabihin, may specific portion talaga na pang Philhealth doon. Kapag hindi bayad yung Philhealth ng magulang natin, babayaran natin yun in cash kahit may HMO pa tayo or sila.
For those na nakikinig, nanonood. So, depende din kasi sa case kasi para makasave tayo. For example, maybe yung parents niya ni nag-post nito ay hindi na nag-work. So, talaga nagre-rely sa kanya. So, pwede naman yon kung single pa siya, pwede niya actually gawing dependent yun para makasave. Makasave dun sa amount na binabayaran sa PhilHealth. Another option is kung that mom and dad niya, so pwede yon na sila, yung isa yung primary, then yung father yung primary, yung mother ay dependent. Hindi na separate. Ano bang minimum mo yun? I think 400, no? 400 per month. Instead na tig 400 sila.
Isa na lang.
400 sila together. 'Di ba? So, para makasave sa gastos.
Yep. Ang ganda na.
Yun.
Life hack.
Yeah. Yun. Kapag married, 'di ba? Nakaka-save din pag ganun.
Yep.
So, ayun lang. Any other things na pwede nating ma-advise?
Yep. So, of course, yung mga insurances na yon is may cost yung mga yon, no? Especially matatanda na yung parents natin, mahal talaga siya and it's gonna be a sacrifice, no? And again, babalik tayo dun sa number 1 rule ng finance is to really make sure na positive yung cash flow natin. Malaki yung pumapasok, no? Mas malaki pumapasok kaysa lumalabas, and ang 2 rules natin dyan is either minimize mo yung cost ng living expenses natin, or either mag-add tayo ng additional source of income, a side hustle or a business or anything na pwede mong pagkakitaan on top of your fixed income.
Yeah, and to everyone, if nakarelate kayo doon sa story na binasa namin, another thing is if you have siblings, if you have your family, talk about it. Talk about these things with your family para hindi lang ikaw mag-isa yung namomroblema, nagpe-prepare, 'di ba, nag-iisip, 'di ba? So, i-loop in natin yung parents natin. If we have siblings, mga kapatid, isama natin sila sa usapan, 'di ba? So that yung mga gantong cost, yan, for example, meron kayong mga kapatid, yung mga gantong cost, mapaghati-hatian. So, lahat, 'di ba? Lahat nagpe-prepare, hindi lang one person, so that it will be easier. And at the same time, hindi naman ma-sacrifice yung binibuild yung future family.
Yep.
So, yan, sama-sama tayo together, ganun.
Yep. Kaya, again, communication is the key pa din dito, especially sa mga ganitong bagay-bagay, no? Kasi ayaw naman natin na yung burden is nasa iyo lang, no? So, it's gonna be a shared responsibility. It's difficult, of course, with the situation that you have, pero wala na tayong magagawa dun Kailangan na lang natin siyang how we can address it, no?
Yes.
So, yun.
Gustuhan ko yung yung question niya kasi very practical. Tsaka I know, madami ding, ito yung tanong. Yeah.
Yep. So, that's it. Thank you so much, guys. Comment nyo dyan sa ating comment section ang biggest takeaways nyo from this episode.
Yes, and if you have questions, drop it below so that we can also answer them.
So, yeah. See you in the next episode.
See
Bye-bye.
you!